All right. Back to the driveway, right?
Yeah.
Back in the driveway.
Since
We
the
probably
weather's
should have done
good.
this a long time ago, but because it's going to get colder pretty quick. All got our hoodies ready.
Yeah, but it was like 90 every time we sat down.
Well,
I'm already wearing my hoodie.
no.
He's wearing his.
'Cause he
all
smokes,
that
he's got
hair
thin
he's
blood.
got.
All right. Says Teen Wolf.
No, Teen Wolf is your nephew.
No, dude, that's you. You are you are already looking like you look like 16 wolves.
It's a wolf pack.
SmashCastBros, keep it local, keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
Again, back to the driveway. I missed it out here. I was shocked you said driveway, and I'm like, yeah, so I got this.
Well, hold on. To be
dirty school
fair,
cleaned off, so that's good.
every time we would sit down, it'd be 85 plus, just oppressively hot. And the last thing I want to do is sit in the sunshine.
Too much sunlight for the camera. Lots of things.
Or it'd be raining.
Yeah.
You can't sit out here in freaking rain.
I mean, we can, but everything would be get ruined.
Yeah.
What's in the news this week? Got any traffic bitches?
Oh, just people still sucking and driving.
Yeah.
I got idiots going through the construction zones. And plus the construction zone's not getting anything done.
No, I noticed that too,
They
dude.
shut the lanes down and freaking do your lane shifts and all that shit. And
Should
ain't
we-
a single damn idiot out there freaking working.
Should we revisit how construction gives the state more money?
Yeah. I actually was kind of dazed out. I was so tired. Wednesday, maybe. I was just kind of zoned out, and I passed the Saranac exit because you usually get off Saranac exit to bypass all that shit. I fucking must have been sleeping at the wheel, and I look, and I'm like, oh shit, that was the Saranac exit. And I'm going, I'm committed now. And I got all the way past Jordan Lake Bridge, and actually lucked out. I was cooking right along with traffic pretty well, but then once we got past there for some freaking reason, then we came to a halt, screeching halt.
And say I've done that a couple of times and passed the Clarksville exit like shit. Well,
Here we
I
go.
guess I'm stuck in traffic
Yeah.
today.
Son of a bitch. I was ready to look at traffic on my phone and whip it around, but I didn't.
So the other day, I had a day of stuff not lining up right. I was at MSU, and I was getting ready to leave, kind of still running behind, but I was on my way out of campus. And I get past the last truck exit on a road, and I see a wreck up at the intersection I need to turn right at. And they're on the corner I need to take up all of. So, well, if I go up, I stopped because I wasn't sure. And I thought, well, I can still turn left, go down the road, turn around, come back. Not a big deal. And then a cop pulled up and blocked the other part of the road. So, all right, now I have to back up. Start backing up, and the cars are lining up behind me, and none of them want to move because they can't see what's going on in front of me. So they think I'm the moron. Bunch of them sped around and then had to turn around and come back through. It's like, oh, good job, dumbass.
I had to run to the bank today because I got a new card, and I always want to make sure it worked before I go trying to get gas or something before it's too late. Drove side by side, and I was cooking, and the fire department down there, was it Berlin?
Mm-hmm.
Fire department, there was a state cop sitting there, no seatbelt on, and I'm doing like 50 miles an hour on a side by side, which you're supposed to only do 25. Like, whoops, I'm trying to reach for that fucking thing, and I'm not used to, like your car, you can just grab it and whoop. But no, that
Sorry.
was good.
No, I mean,
That's
Yeah.
a hell of a dent in your car.
Oh, no shit.
so, well, it's already a dented
But
panel.
he didn't come out and get me, so.
So shortly after that kerfuffle,
I'm going to crunch my pizza.
a driveway I needed to use to get into a business, they decided that was the day they wanted to pour concrete in the middle of the driveway, so I had to skip over that driveway. Go around the block, and I swung wide because I knew if you go lane to lane like you're supposed to, you wouldn't make it without jumping the curb. So I swung wide and planned ahead, jug handle and button hook, being a good little boy. And you know that brief moment when you go nose to nose during a button hook before you cut it back?
Mm-hmm.
went nose to nose with a minivan. 12-year-old girl in the passenger seat, and I could see her backpedaling as hard as she could into the B pillar, and it looked like she was screaming as I just casually went by. And then I realized a bit later, she could probably only see the top half of my head because that seat's on the floor.
With the airbag full.
It gives you a weird satisfaction when that happens. As a truck driver, it gives you a weird satisfaction when you scare the shit out of them like that.
No, my thought was she's going to grow up to be the next Greta.
Yeah, because you fucking traumatized her.
Yeah. She's going to have
Trucks
a
are
personal
bad.
vendetta against trucks now. Because this meanie in a semi
You're gonna
scared
double down.
her.
You're gonna be putting DEF fluid in and some other fluid by the time she gets old.
Deaf and ultra deaf,
Premium DEF.
ultra low sulfur deaf. There's no sulfur in it, but they'll find a way
They'll
to
find a
brand
way
it.
to.
Ultra low urea def.
Yeah. It's just water at this
Yep.
point.
So, any updates on the? It sounds like there's squawking about the bypassing emissions controls and stuff on passenger trucks, and 1 tons, whatever, on the diesels. I hear squawking about we're starting to go the other direction with it. Some states are going, well, we're letting you get away with it. If the government can do it, we're going to let you get away with it too. I've seen a couple things. I
I
don't
feel like all that stuff should be up to the state. Why is it Why is it the federal government saying these are the rules?
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. Why do we have to obey the same federal set of rules that dirty ass California baseline has? Why are we obeying that in Michigan? Our air only gets hazy because California doesn't want to do forestry work. Then our sky gets hazy. We got fucking blue skies, clear blue skies. Not now, but today. You were outside today.
Oh, yes. It
You
was
were out for
gorgeous
a
out.
ride. It was great at the time.
Kamala Harris wants to keep all these inmates in prison. They can go put out fires.
Or go through and clear the underbrush, which is exactly what it needs. So forests naturally have cycles where they'll do a little fire and it'll clear out the undergrowth so you don't have a big fire. Well, they keep putting out these little fires, so the undergrowth keeps building. And it's dry because it's under canopy and it's in California. And then it gets to a breaking point where there's an ignition source and there's so much dry brush. It's just
You
gonna
can't stop
go.
that. I mean, it's a.
They don't do maintenance burns, which is a weird thing, but a maintenance burn is
I know
a
what
thing.
you mean. Yeah,
And
and
not to
it's a
mention,
thing.
even the burning, the ash of it gives great fertilizer for the
Trees.
bigger trees.
Yeah.
It's one thing a lot of farmers used to do with corn stubble, bean stubble, is they'd burn their fields, create the ash, till the ash into the ground, and it would give good fertilizer benefits to your next year's crops. Versus corn stalk, bean stalk,
What is that?
it
Nitrogen?
takes freaking corn stalk and bean stalk. It could take 2 to 3 years for it to biodegrade into usable soil nutrients.
Really?
Yeah. Ash takes like 3 months.
How long does anhydrous ammonia take? Not to kill you, but to fertilize the field. It'll kill you, but
As I say,
It's
they
one of
spray it every year, so it takes a matter of weeks.
One of the things that never changed on our outlook, EVs are still garbage. And I think I screenshot one. I'll look at it in a minute. But 50 again, another one that says 50% of EV owners said they'll never go back to it.
dude, I am enjoying watching Whistling Diesel
I
test the Cybertruck.
I seen him rip the bumper off.
Rip the bumper off. I saw him break the mirror off. Saw him go to town with a pickaxe.
I just said I seen him rip the door panels off on some video where he
There was one.
slamming the doors and the door panels popped off. He tried to reopen the doors and
So,
the door
Yeah.
panels
so if
were
you haven't
stuck.
seen it, he did side-by-side testing. He had a regular F-150 and a Cybertruck. So just a basic work truck and a Cybertruck. And he did the same test to both.
Basic work truck, basic pitch truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the same test to both. And with the Cybertruck, what you saw was he moderately slammed. Not like a hard slam. It was a slam, but it wasn't a hard one. He wasn't putting all his force into it. And when it slammed shut, the door panel broke free, like the plastic part broke free from the door itself. So then he had to wrench the door back open and rip that panel off.
Cheap junk.
And then, what was it? The F-150 with the mirror, he could put his full lifting force on it and was rocking the truck, and it wouldn't break loose. And then with the Cybertruck, he started to lift and then the mirror just broke off.
I feel like he's on purpose beating on that Cybertruck a little harder than the comparable F-150.
He does things to piss people off.
I know.
Like with
That's how he's made his money.
with the square body that he tied something in the bed off to the wheels, and then started driving and crunched the bed because people are going to get pissed about it.
You know, you guys is always joking around about my dent size. Look at the two dent sizes he crushed. One with a freaking dozer, and the other he freaking just foobarred. Yeah, it pissed me off. Made me just about freaking cry because they were gorgeous trucks, but he made his money doing it.
Did he do a third dent side that he tipped off the lift?
That was a Chevy.
No, that was a square body.
That was a square body.
Oh.
That was the one that he was changing the oil in on its side.
He stuck the lift into the wheel well.
Yeah.
you guys-
He knows how to make bank.
Oh, he does.
How else are you going to
Makes
buy a
it very
Komatsu D355, eh?
You guys missed out on this deal. Did you guys buy into that? The Midway deal for
see it.
30 rounds for
Those are green tip also.
$10. I went to work on Monday and I said, "Hey, did I send you that?" Because Alan always sits with me. He goes, "No," and I quick opened the phone up. I was going to send him a link to it to buy 5 boxes max, 30 rounds. Right here, IMI Systems Green Tip 556, $10 a box. Ends up being 33 cents a round.
As I say, I bought IMI years ago. I bought a 1,000-round case for $250 with a $50 mail or $50 instant rebate. So it was
That was
$200.
pre-COVID. That was
Oh,
pre-government
yeah, that
bullshit.
was- yeah, but it was IMI, which you know what that stands for? Israeli Military something. It's
I went there on Monday and looked it up for him. I was going to send him a link, but it went to $16 a box. So, and another Adam, the one that was on our show a while back, he goes, "Hey, thanks for that." I'm like, "Did you buy into it?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Good, because this morning it went up to $16 a box." He goes, "Oh shit, good. Thanks for the heads up." And then I bought one mag because the code is still good. The Midway code is still good. I got one mag for my Walther, and I got a digital caliper because it was on sale, like 50% off. It's identical to the ones you buy at Menards or wherever, the cheap Chinese ones. But it just says Midway on it. Came with the batteries, but it was $15. $15 ain't bad.
better than
And-
$126 I spent on a Blue Point Snap-on one
Yep.
that I've already had to warranty out 3 times. It's
And
only 6 months old.
they're probably the same fucking one.
Probably fucking junk.
I bought a Vortex Diamondback 4-16 scope,
Yep.
42 millimeter reticle with it was on clearance and with the discount code, 170 shipped.
God, that ain't bad, bro.
And it came out of Illinois, so I ordered Friday night. It was delivered Monday.
That code is great. 20% off. It's across the board. Everything I ordered and everything I had in my cart. I had a bunch more shit in my cart, but I also had something else going on somewhere else. I was going to order some stuff that actually I got a 30% off code for We the People. Scholar 30, I think it is the code for 30% off. So
Yeah, so I bought that. So I ordered it Friday night, and I don't expect 8 o'clock at night on a Friday that they're actually going to ship it. Well, they did.
Yeah.
I had tracking the next morning. It showed activity that night, Saturday night.
Wow.
Although it said estimated delivery Thursday, and it was in Illinois. I'm like, I don't believe that.
2 days. I got 5 boxes of rounds I got everything I ordered from Midway.
Mine
Yeah.
was delivered Monday.
The next work day, next business day. That's pretty.
Well, the
freaking good.
first work day, because it didn't move Friday night.
Right.
There's no way it did. And to be picked up by the post office on a Saturday and delivered on Monday, it was cooking.
Yeah.
The deal's still good on the 10 mags for the P mags. What is it?
Magpul.
Magpul 10 pack for $100. You get the 20% off. It brings it to $80.
$8 a mag.
$8 a mag for a fucking Magpul. I almost want to order some. I got a bunch in there, but
You also shared the picture of the AR rifle that was on sale that came with a second barrel,
yes,
second upper.
I got that screenshot right here. That is through Classic Firearms, I believe.
What was it, like $800, and you got an complete 5.56 AR and a 308 upper to swap
300
in.
blackout.
300 blackout.
300
Yeah, because
blackout.
you
So you get a
can't use a
through
308
Classic
on it.
Firearms. They got a deal.
AR-15 has got to be an AR-10 lower.
Yep. Diamondback DB15 combo. You get a 223 5.56 upper. Everything for working. You get a
Was it
working
223
gun.
or a 5.56 upper? Because
Both. 5.5. Call it 5.56. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. If it can do 5.56, it can do 223.
Yeah, I just-
And the 300 blackout. You get both 16-inch barrels. Semi-auto rifle includes 2 uppers, so you could actually build 2 guns out of it if you had,
Another
say,
lower.
If
say
you-
somebody had a lower just floating around to make and put together.
Or you can buy a lower online.
So the tan one, it's not a bad looking little gun. Tan and black. That one's $800. Fuck, the more I say it, the more I want one. And the other one is $921 for all black. Same deal. I mean, for $800.
Yeah. Not a bad deal.
No, $400 a gun. I mean, you're gonna have.
Realist.
Now,
You
the
have to
second,
throw a
It's a
lower
name
into it.
brand, huh?
the second complete upper you get, just so we're transparent on it, does it come with a bolt carrier group and a charge handle, or do you got to swap the BCG and the carrier?
I
the
think it's
charge
all
handle
one.
to the
It's
other
just
one?
2 uppers, 2 empty uppers.
Okay.
From what I can figure out, I can go look at it, but I'm certain that's what it is.
Oh no, you got to swap over a bolt carrier group. Woo.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just
big whoop.
saying, if you was to
Yeah.
use it to build another gun, you'd have to have another BCG and charge handle too. Just asking.
K&N Air Filters has 20% off right now, so if you need a cold air kit for your car or truck, diesels usually do well with those.
Nah.
The more cubic inches.
This car's got the
Tend to-
hot air kit.
Did you say hot air or windbag? You all right? I think he's farmer blowing.
Yeah.
Girls.
Nope. This car pulls all that nice, cool air from the engine bay.
Here's the deal. Diamondback DB15.
Sorry about that.
Actually, I have one of those.
The Diamondback.
Yeah.
That was yours is?
2017 is when I bought it. I looked it up the other day.
Oh yeah, I got to answer that I'm over 18 on all these now. So,
How long until you have to be 21 to buy a rifle?
and then 30. Who knows?
And then
300
Twice that, so you
blackout.
don't have to worry about that.
There's not a second charging handle in BCG. I swapped out barrels and set mine up as a 300 blackout. There's your answer. That's a
You buy
drink. I feel like
300
that's a
blackout,
drink.
You gotta buy freaking 300 blackout ammo now. That's another ammo you gotta keep on hand.
I know.
but it
that's
uses the same
problem.
magazine, so is it really that bad?
I don't know. Anyway, that's the deal we found. One of them. I mean, I found a bunch of deals on stuff.
Well,
throughout
actually, the
week.
downside would be now you have to keep track of
What mags you have 300 blackout in, and what mags you have 5.56.
what mags have and what upper you're
Well, what-
using, because the last thing you want to do is shove a 300 blackout into a 5.56 upper.
Well, don't the 300 blackout go into a 5.56 mag?
Yeah.
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 You just
The-
gotta keep them separate. So
Oh,
So you're not
Shoot.
shoving
Grabbing the wrong
one in.
mag?
Yeah.
I'll catch you later.
you have
Okay,
to
bye.
write on them and specify or stencil on them 300 or 5.56 or whatever, so you know what mags you're grabbing.
You don't want to play with that chamber pressure or over pressure.
I've shot a freaking 9mm out of 40 cal before. That's kind of fucky.
Any other deals? I've still got the Midway ad here.
No, I haven't even been looking at the emails lately just because I've had other priorities that I've had to
I only look just to be able to report.
restock and
But I did a little Harbor Freight research, so when we're done with cars and guns, we can get on that.
actually I bought a new tool this week that should be at the house tomorrow.
Ooh.
A master beer.
How many weeks of payments is it? I assume it's Snap-on.
Nope. Actually, I went a completely different route because I didn't want to buy the Snap-on one.
Max Tools.
The Snap-on one is $400 with no battery. That's another $200 for a battery, another $150 for a charger.
What? Well, hold on. You buy a battery, you have to buy the charger separate?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Through Snap-on, through Matco, any of it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's
Unless you
asinine.
buy
Do
the
you,
whole
do you
kit.
still feel the handprints on your shoulders?
My
Top of your head?
Snap-on bill is just about paid off, and I'm done.
Didn't
gotta
you say
do
that
pop-
before? I swear you've said that before.
I have, but then there's been new tools. I haven't bought any older tools, or I bought replacements for lost shit or whatever. I haven't. Like this time, I bought a freaking battery ratchet off Amazon, 12-volt battery freaking ratchet. 2 batteries, a charger, and a ratchet. The battery ratchet off Snap-on does 40 foot-pounds. All the freaking batteries ratchets on freaking Amazon, 40 foot-pounds.
Do you get the Milwaukee one, so at least you're staying red?
Nope, it's red, but it's not a Milwaukee. It's some fucking
Wang
Ching-chong
Dong.
China brand.
So it's more like 40 ounces.
And whatever.
40 Chinese pounds.
Yeah.
What I figured out, because I borrowed a coworker's ratchet this week and used it on a DPF on a freaking truck. And it worked a lot easier. I'm like, but I'm not spending that kind of money on a Snap-on truck. So I'm going to buy this cheap fucker, and once a week it gets used for 5 freaking minutes. Okay, the $62 I spent on it is well worth it with 2 batteries, a charger, a case, and a ratchet.
Quick tool story then, since we're on it. Paul Whitmore come to me. He goes, I just can't make up my mind. And I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, no.
And it's going to be I figured it'd be a kitten topic, like a gun thing.
Yep.
No, it wasn't. It was a breaker bar. He can buy this 30-inch breaker bar for $33 or a 36-inch breaker bar for $99. And I'm like, you can literally buy 3 of the 30-inch ones for the 6-inch difference.
Well, hold on.
I
You
said,
can buy.
Put a fucking pipe on the end of it. He
That's
goes,
what I
I
was gonna
know. I just really want the bigger one. I'm like,
You can buy a 30-inch and a length of pipe.
hey, look,
For less.
Amazon's driving past my house. I'll have you know.
I assume the semi already left.
He was here once. Charlie got a new donut to stick around his neck.
But
I think it's the same
yeah,
truck.
for that kind of difference, buy the shorter one and a pipe.
Put a wrench on the end of it. Put a great big box end wrench on the end of it if that's the case. Whatever. But
Shouldn't they be out of town already with that boat?
Say, but now, okay,
oh, that's a different one. I've never seen
I'm
it.
sure you said it, but I was distracted. Where's he getting it from?
I don't know. I'm sure it's probably Harbor Freight.
Because
Well, hold on. What's he putting torque to?
Who knows? I have no idea. He's
I
not
mean, if
wrenching.
it's honestly lug nuts and shit, I mean, he's not doing freaking.
He's not doing semi-lug nuts, 500 pound-feet of torque. No. Worst case scenario on his 3/4 ton Super Duty excursion thing. Those are what, 150 pounds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they are on my truck.
30-inch bar. You can't get it because somebody over-torqued the fuckers. You stick a pipe on it.
Stand on it.
Whatever. Yeah.
Put your foot on the son bitch. He's a big guy.
He will. Yeah, he'll break it.
Sorry,
Go to
but he's a
Jeremy's
big guy.
house, walk into the barn, grab the Milwaukee Impact.
Milwaukee's.
No, my house, I have a rigid impact.
They won't break it. Not all. They won't break all of them. Like my truck, and that's not even 150. I think that's like 130.
Let's say my rigid one at home takes my dually lug nuts off.
Your freebie?
Yep. My mid-size Milwaukee M18 fuel. That's 400 foot-pound breakaway torque. That takes them off. Shit, that takes semi-lug nuts off.
Really?
I don't use it on it because I don't want to beat the fuck out of it. I have a 3/4 inch air impactor. I have the shop's freaking 1-inch drive impact that I use. I don't want to beat the hell out of mine, but
Right.
yeah,
also
but that 1 inch impact is unwieldy.
That 3/8 impact I bought. That 3/8 impact I bought back here at Christmas time.
Yeah.
That's 600 foot-pounds
Damn.
on a 3/8. You know how much shit I break with that at work?
Yeah,
I break shit all the damn
the
time.
drive.
Well, because it's actually lefty loosey.
And now I think 3 other people in the shop have bought that since I bought it. And
You
they
sent it
used
to me,
mine.
and I just couldn't pull the trigger. I don't know. I will someday.
For a 3/8 impact.
Yeah.
I bought the 3/8 stubby, but it is like 200 foot-pounds.
Nope, that 3/8 freaking. That's supposedly the mid torque, but the high torque 3/8 one has less torque. When I go through and do the research, no, that one has the highest 3/8 torque.
I would ask you how that torque multiplier works with that, but
Yeah, fuck off. Oh, I ripped into my.
I forgot about that. How could I
My
forget?
Snap-on guy this week.
Oh, dude. Oh, people on camera can see me scratching my nuts.
I ripped into my Snap-on guy this week. He made a comment, and I said, "Bet you wish you had your other truck back." He goes, his other salesman says, "Yeah, but he doesn't wish I had it back." And I looked at him, and I says, "I don't really give 2 shits how the fuck he feels. He screwed me over. He has yet to make it right. I don't give a shit."
Yes.
My Snap-on guy kind of looks at me. Okay. Like, yep.
does he not remember?
Dude, that's a minivan. I
Makes
bet
you
the
want
ki-
one,
I bet
doesn't it?
all the kids he hauls around in that love all that bass.
You can
Oh.
hear the body panels
What a
rattling
douchebag.
away. The kids he hauls around are probably unwilling.
Well, they can't. They're probably getting all F's because they can't hear the fucking teacher.
What?
God. Moron.
Speaking of minivans, I had to do a freaking rack and pinion in a minivan this week. My parents.
I wondered that.
My dad and uncle got up and was starting to work on it at 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. And at 6 o'clock when I arrived there, they still hadn't got the freaking rack and pinion out.
Too many beers got in the way?
They don't, drink.
Oh.
About a half hour after I was there, I had the rack and pinion out. 2 hours later, I had the rack and pinion back in, and the car set down off the hoist. And that was making a trip over here to Ione to get a new rear engine mount because the new rear engine mount was broke. Or the old rear engine mount was broke.
Shit. I might not be out of the woods yet. With the old Amazon guy. He's eyeing me
First guy emptied out.
in my yard. Keep going, bitch. Keep going. Okay. Phew. Dodged a bullet there. I never hear the end of it.
So, this morning, Trigger, it sounds like you had a productive morning.
Yeah.
I had a pretty productive morning. Ty, did you?
I went
You
to
did
the
nothing.
gym.
You went
fixed
to gym,
Carter's
not
quad.
the gym. You went to gym.
I fixed Carter's quad. I really didn't do a whole hell of a lot today. I mean, why would you do?
I just fixed stuff around the house. Did a bunch of edging around the walkways. Just labor around the house, the stuff I've been putting off. I got a bunch of it done before 7 in the morning.
Jesus, really?
Docs had me up at 4, 5 in the morning.
Holy shit. I mean, the weather is a lot cooler. It's easier to work in this kind
Well,
of
that
weather.
and, dude, I sat down in the house for half an hour this morning waiting for enough time to pass so I could go to Menards when they opened at 6.
What'd you have to buy?
Wall hydrant for the back of my house. The old one was leaking. Spigot.
Yeah. Okay.
Old one was leaking.
Yep.
Dude, you ain't heard nothing yet.
How's the water there? Pretty rough?
Looks fine.
Oh, fucking don't give me a plumbing and water situation here. This house sucks.
Hey,
Go ahead.
it threads in. It was easy replacement. Thread the old one out, thread the new one in. I'm done.
Did you tape it?
Yeah.
So, real quick, you can overtape the shit out of those, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Put 3 rounds of Teflon tape 3 times. That's it. You're done. And then maybe some pipe dope.
I get lazy, so I don't go much more than 2 or 3 anyways.
Okay.
Takes too long.
Well, my buddy
That and-
Jeff, who used to own the Honda shop here, he goes, don't put 8. Everybody puts like 8, 10 fucking rounds on it, and then they bitch because it leak like a sieve. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. Okay.
And also, when you put it on there, put it reverse the way it tightens in, so when it, like,
Doesn't
righty
pull it off,
tighty.
It doesn't spool it off.
Yeah.
That's like you were
Yeah,
saying.
Teflon tape is directional.
Yeah.
And there is water tape, or liquid tape, and gas tape.
I got another coupon code for everybody, anybody
Yeah,
and everybody.
Gas tape's yellow.
What?
But you can use gas tape and water, but you can't use water tape on gas.
I just keep them
Anyway.
separate anyways.
Here's my holy shit for you.
Uh-oh.
I was asleep by 9 o'clock last night.
Oh.
I was up checking the chickens at 7:30 this morning.
That is a holy shit moment.
Hey, hold on.
You guys good?
There's another holy shit. He showed up before I did, early.
That is. Dude, you're on a roll today. What is this
Your life
newfound
must
you? How did this happen? Where did you come from? Are you okay? We should probably take his temperature.
Well, my whole thing is, with the weather cooling off, I can actually do stuff outside tolerably.
I'm ready to go cut some wood down the pit. Get it.
That
back
being
here for-
said, tomorrow's up to like 77 or something like that, and
you're
it's
out.
working its way back up into the 80s.
Yeah.
Back to the air conditioning.
No. Hell, I got up, checked chickens at 7:30 this morning, did a few things around the house, started some dishes, went back out a little later. I got a bunch of treated lumber a while back. My sister-in-law tore her deck off her house, replaced it. So I went and picked up all the used treated lumber. It was all good treated lumber. She just wanted to redo her deck. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I sat out there in the driveway with my sawhorses, hammer and pry bar, and de-nailed everything and stacked everything. I even built a pallet for it all to stack nicely on, and de-nailed it all, stacked it all, then cleaned up underneath the pine tree I'm going to cut down, got all the freaking rocks and shit so I don't hit them with a chainsaw. Went back in the house, started a little laundry.
God, look at that truck.
Got a little rust on the half
Oh, there
cab.
it is. All right. Quarter cab.
But hell, I was up bright and early, ready to go this morning.
What was
That's
it?
not normal.
What was
You
it?
on something?
This morning, got the dogs fed. It was nowhere close to 6 o'clock. Went outside, took the wall hydrant off because I needed to take it with me to figure out how long it was and everything else.
3/4 inch.
Half inch. 10-inch long. It's a good thing I brought it. But grab it, go to the store, take it off the house, and then I had to sit around and wait for a while because it was still nowhere close to 6. Come 6, I was at Menards in the parking lot ready to go. Walk inside, get that and a new wrench that would fit on that. 1 1/16. Not something I usually use anyways. But I'll buy a wrench for it. Grabbed that, and I was out of there. Got it done 6:30 in the morning. Did the edging real quick while I was outside. Set the
You
truck
get
up.
your edger?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. So I ordered it on Friday. Amazon brought it Saturday. For the same price that Home Depot had it.
Right.
So did that. You know those trees that were growing up the side of the barn?
Yep.
Put a choker around that and used the truck to rip them out of the ground. So those are out of there now.
Good.
Then I had to go inside and wait for a couple hours while the dew dried, and then I mowed the lawn.
Well, you have been on a roll today. Holy cow.
I mowed my lawn last night, so.
Wow.
You're starting to feel pretty lazy over there, aren't you?
Dude, I am. I didn't do shit so far this weekend. I'm planning on not doing shit tomorrow either.
Oh, I did all this shit today, so I don't have to do shit tomorrow.
You guys need to buy some side-by-sides. Tina's planning a ride tomorrow, but She always likes doing that shit on Sunday, so I don't know if I'm gonna. I might make one stop.
I'm taking care of other stuff first, but the side-by-side I'm looking at seats 4. Not comfortably. Seats 4. It's loud.
Hummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Humvee.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable, but it'll seat 4. Actually 5 if it's got the gunner position.
No, I'm thinking about building one out of a freaking half-ton truck. Small block with just a cage around it.
Yeah. Small block Chevys, that'd get you motivated pretty fast.
305, baby.
You may have to put in a lot of extra gussets.
But
That's only gonna be 2-wheel drive.
I think it would.
make it a 4-wheel.
I think it would be fun to go on one of those side-by-sides rides with the Humvee bringing up the rear.
Dude.
Just barreling through all the branches.
I was gonna say, you'd be knocking fucking all of a sudden you could pass each other.
Are the trails even wide enough?
No.
They will be. It's got a 6.5 Detroit in it. It will be.
Straight pipe it right out of the hood, stack it.
Well, some of them had the turbocharger. It's like what? The 6.5 Detroits were like 170 horse, naturally aspirated, something like that.
You'd be pushing it. I think they're 160.
Either way, pretty anorexic, but some of them had turbos on them, so they're real peppy.
Yeah, they put an extra 4 pounds of boost to that fucker and gave it like an extra 12 horse.
So the stock 6.2 diesel Chevys,
Yeah, they're like 128 horse.
to the wheels you got like 90. They Peterson 4-wheel drive magazine years ago, because I had one. I had a Blazer that had a 6.2 in it, Shack diesel. Peterson magazine just had one that was really clean running. Everything was good on it. 90 horsepower to the ground.
But you find the right combination, great on freaking fuel.
Oh, they're bulletproof.
I had a friend of mine that had a 84 half-ton 2-wheel drive with a 6.2 in it and a 4-speed stick, and he averaged 38 miles a gallon with that truck.
We're going the wrong direction, I feel.
It's all the extra filters.
Well,
Yeah, exhaust and choking everything down. Fuck.
Ford had a 3-cylinder diesel in their Ford Rangers, 2-wheel drive, long box Ford Ranger with a 3-cylinder diesel.
What was
and
that,
a
the
stick.
2.3? Was that the 2.3 or the 2.5?
What, for that diesel?
Yeah.
I don't freaking know. It was the same engine they put in a Tempo and a Taurus. Or not a Taurus. Tempo and something else. But fuck, a friend of mine that he just passed away in the last 2 weeks. He had one, and he would not sell it. Would not sell it. And it
I feel about my white car. I can't afford to sell it.
It
Really.
had 500,000 miles on it. He was getting 42 miles a gallon with it.
Judas Priest.
Well, that and I seem to remember reading guys were putting Cummins 4BTs
Yep.
in Rangers.
Yep.
And with eco driving, they could get 40 miles to the gallon out of it.
My
know a lot
motorcycle
of-
doesn't even get that good.
I know a lot of rock climbers that put those 4BTs in their Jeeps because they run at any freaking angle. They're freaking fuel injected freaking engine. You don't have to worry about carburetor. I mean, it's a 5.9 Cummins with 2 cylinders cut off. Fucking things run forever.
Yeah.
We had a company that years ago when I worked at another company, we serviced one company that they every 10 years rebuilt their trucks. Well, their trucks originally had 6.2s and 6.5s in them. Well, they took the 6.2s and 6.5s out, bought the advanced adapter plates, put 4BT Cummins in them with a 400 turbo behind them in these bread trucks.
Oh, yeah.
They only go about 52 mile an hour, but the maintenance was shit. They had to keep the freaking oil change. That's it.
That's how I felt about that 6.2 I had in Shack diesel. I couldn't kill it. I run it hot, nothing, because I had a brand new big block sitting there ready to go in it. Like why would I change the engine if there's nothing wrong with it?
That
It was gutless.
The 4-liter V6 they put in Rangers I had a 99 Ranger, had the 4-liter V6. Those things were indestructible.
I had a 95 Ford Explorer, had 4-liter in it.
And now you get these modern cars where if the fuel is ever so slightly off, it'll throw a fucking code, go into limp mode.
One little speck of dirt in an injector, and you're done.
And then, okay, look at cars nowadays. If you look up, you have to look up common problems with such and such a 2020 freaking Malibu or fucking whatever the hell Impala. Oh, known for transmission issues, known for the whatever, and turbo cars. The turbo's going out at 150,000. Motherfucker, back in the 80s, 90s, that shit didn't happen. Them cars 400,000 miles, the fucking body rust off, and the freaking car still be running like a freaking top.
Well, that
Oh,
80s
shit.
metal was definitely Chinese made because
Yeah.
the era of your car, yours is in great shape. All things considered, yours is in amazing shape.
Speaking of, I gotta get it up on a lift at some point. This clutch is pissing me off.
I mean, I guess I could have guessed that because
Well, okay.
So you're
an
living
obvious
on
problem.
borrowed time on that freaking clutch and transmission anyway, buddy.
So maybe you have a better insight on this than what I looked up online. As it is now, the clutch responds just fine. Pedal all the way to the floor, I get complete disconnect. So I can sit just fine. And the synchros work just fine. But when it gets warm, I have to slip it into gear as it's rolling down. Otherwise, I can't get it to slip into gear. The synchros won't engage. But only when it's warm. It'll run and shift just fine when it's cold. But by the time, say I get to Lansing, it's warmed up enough that I can't get it to just slip into first from neutral at a dead stop. I'd have to turn the engine off to put it in first and start it back up.
that's always been your problem, though.
It's gotten better since I crawled under and adjust the clutch linkage all
And
the
the
way
fluid.
out.
Flush the fluid out another time again.
No, that's a different issue. That's being clunky in the shifting. This is, it will not fully disengage the clutch when it gets warm.
Okay. It's probably the clutch disc, the freaking friction material on the clutch disc expanding with heat. It's probably a cheap freaking original equipment freaking freaking fiberglass fucking clutch.
But either way,
Check the clutch brake.
Shut up. Dumbass.
I'll let you drive it so it'll be fucked for sure.
I got a guy.
No, you can check clutch brake out then it'll be laying on the fucking ground underneath it. Assholes.
You probably
But
really
freaking
missed that,
dry.
don't you?
But
Dude, that freaking truck's already sold.
Mine?
who wants a Volvo?
That's why. It's a Volvo. Everybody wants it. They're lining up,
We
dude.
DID'd it last weekend and it sold this week.
From Ritchie Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Ritchie Brothers and oh god, I had it right there. I had a joke all lined up and who's the diet plan?
Richard Simmons,
No,
he's dead.
Atkins.
no, the old time diet women.
Jenny Craig,
Jenny Craig. What do Jenny Craig and Ritchie Brothers have in common? That's where old heavy equipment go to die. Heavy used equipment go to die.
But I still have that hydraulic clutch kit to get installed.
Yeah, you got a roof to put on, a clutch, LS swap.
Well, the LS is on the back burner.
Yeah.
More important things, but I already have the clutch kit, the hydraulic clutch kit. So that stuff's just ready to rock. It's just setting aside the time to actually do it.
You got to get all your home projects ahead of
say
schedule.
you got to get the shit done. That's going to cost you a shit ton of fucking money before the toys. And I'll leave it at that. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Pot, meat kettle.
Dude, what have I been doing lately?
I know. Working some OT. Way more than I have.
Working some OT. To
Airplanes a drink.
Pay
We're going with
bills, freaking get the shit done I need to get done.
Still not drinking, huh?
Oh, something else on that front. I stopped full sugar monster too. I'm down
Hey,
to
you're
just
saying that
You
zero
said you were
sugar.
gonna, because you just had to get rid of the on-hand stock because it
Yeah.
would be a waste, right?
Yep, it's all down to zero sugar now.
How much weight have you lost?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
You see your dick yet?
Nope. That's a ways away.
Dude, not gonna lie, the TikTok you posted the other day about being in the fucking truck. You remember that guy on these videos that he'd holster an AR-15 under his freaking fat roll?
No,
It-
I don't remember that.
His Dunlop, and he'd put the AR, and he'd grab the AR, and he'd flop his fat roll up and pull his AR out. That's exactly what I thought you looked like in the truck the other day doing that TikTok.
So one for the professor, he wants an FPC, like the folding pistol carbine like I got. Now they come with a red dot, Crimson Trace red dot on them from Smith & Wesson. You can buy them.
So when I posted that,
package.
that was in the middle of the 5.5 hours I sat at that place.
Awesome.
I was bored out of my mind.
I can imagine you were.
And I was asking the boss if we could get one sleeper truck for whoever has to go to that place, because the shortest wait time anyone's had there was an hour and a half. And you know day cabs ain't that comfortable.
No, all the drivers I deal with, or most of them, carry a freaking pillow.
It's not enough. But
47.
Although I was disappointed in you the other day, Ty. Doing some work on your current horse.
turn signal was broken.
No, the snack box was fucking empty.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'm on a diet
asshole.
too.
We searched at freaking truck for snacks and couldn't find them. We even went to his old truck that's getting freaking scrapped out, and we couldn't even find any snacks in that truck.
You keep it out
There's
of
probably
service.
a gummy bear or something on the floor. You could have had that.
Just keep the truck out of service until that box is filled up.
Thought about it.
Hey, I brought you a Mountain Dew the other day, and I know you're like trying to
Oh, is that
lose
where that
weight.
one showed up?
Mikey was supposed to tell you. I
No.
brought 2 back. I stuck
actually
one on.
gave Matt credit for it.
No, it came from me.
No, he did tell me.
Still
I know.
gave
I know
Matt
you guys are
credit.
trying to lose weight and trying to stop all that, but I'm like, well, it's free.
I'm not
Fuck it.
stopping all of it. Don't
Right.
don't get me wrong on that one. That's stupid, unreasonable.
120 calories in that can.
And yours?
His.
There's 10 in yours, so that's 110 extra calories.
Yep.
But on the other hand, is out of all the calories in that can, I've had 2 of those today, and a little bit of Mountain Dew, some water, and I had whatever pizza I ate out of them boxes right there, and that is the only intake I have had today.
You are looking really slim.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, nobody, the people that don't watch. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
I think that's a drink, buddy.
Yeah, it was a drink, wasn't it? Same rules apply as always. When somebody revs their engine, goes by ridiculously loud, waves, honks,
Whistles.
fingers, whatever, whistles, we drink.
Fingers. Ty's gonna run after him and try and sit on it.
Wait for me.
Oh, I don't know if I want to wait for this thing for the next segment. Maybe I should. Alligators in Michigan.
What was I
Of all
saying?
people, fucking Burnham told me about it first, and then I immediately see it on Instagram.
I would have to say they're all liberals, because that's where alligator tears come from, or crocodile tears, right?
Yeah.
Liberal tears.
Same thing, right?
What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
Want to see it later? See it in a while. This is no bullshit though. So, reports of alligator in Ottawa County Lake. Use whatever caution you feel is appropriate. There are children literally swimming in that lake, probably right now, with a fucking 6-foot alligator in it. Here's the line. MLive News, going swimming in Crockery Lake. Maybe keep an eye out. There have been unconfirmed reports Sunday, August 4th, of an alligator in the water near Grosse Park. Ottawa County Sheriff's deputies and State Department of Natural Resources conservation officers used boats to search for an alligator and came up empty.
Is that
DNR
debt rot?
Law Enforcement Division Super.
Is that debt rot?
What?
Grosse Pointe, Ottawa County.
Ottawa County is north of Holland.
Is it?
Yeah.
Say if it's freaking Detroit, hell, let them eat everybody.
Word.
Not
But
Ottawa,
anyway-
Canada.
Typically, someone brings back from a trip down south. Eventually, it gets too big, and the owner releases it into the wild. The trouble is, alligators can't survive Michigan winters.
Bullshit.
I mean, what asshole decided to let this fucking gator just out instead of reporting it or sending it back to Florida?
Or killing it and making gator nuggets.
Let's
Yes.
look at this a different way, buddy.
I heard gator meat is pretty good
What assholes leave
vaguely.
dogs to fend for themselves
Yeah,
for a week. Yeah.
in the middle of the fucking road somewhere out in the middle of fucking nowhere?
just dumping them.
Literally assholes. Useless fucking wastes of oxygen.
That's coming from a guy who doesn't have any dogs.
No,
Yeah, but he's
no.
not dumping them out in the wild
but
either.
that's the thing is, I know that I don't want animals because I don't have the time for them. I'm always doing shit.
I think
I'm selfish. Okay, I don't want to put an animal through that. But assholes that buy a freaking animal or get an animal for somebody's freaking birthday present or whatever, for them to turn around and not take care of it and drop them off on the side of the fucking
Dude,
road.
you could
I'm getting
have-
quite fucking pissed off about that shit.
you could have
I got one for
a
you then.
dog that would just ride around with you all day, every day while you go out and do your stuff.
But is he going to ride here with me? How's Ty's dog going to react? Is he going to ride to your house with me? How's your dog going to react?
Not well, either front.
Exactly. So again, I'm not going to put an animal through that. Plus, I've been working overtime like a motherfucker, so if I leave the house and I don't get back until late in the fucking day, that son of a bitch has to sit in the fucking house and hold his goddamn shit all day. I don't.
And if he
wanna
doesn't,
freaking-
he's going to get his ass just fucking face jammed into it.
Well, no, I have no right
I mean-
to do that because I'm the one that freaking did it to him.
Did you
So,
guys have
no.
any animals growing up?
Yeah, I had dogs.
Okay.
I had
I didn't
dogs.
know.
I had cats.
Okay. I didn't know. So the Charlie, the last golden retriever we got here,
Yep.
he's not a bad dog. He's pretty, so far so good. He's decent. He gets in a fight with,
He's a teen.
yes. He gets in a fight with Dusty once in a while. He's got a cut on him right now we're trying to fix. But everybody wants him. Carter wants him. Everybody wants him.
Well,
Amy's-
Carter wants
Amy's
him.
not-
Carter's parents don't.
Right. Amy's not going to come off him. However, the woman, remember the story on that? The woman left him in the house for a week,
Yep.
week and a half. Amy, the woman that we sold the puppy to, Kelsey, got a hold of Amy this week. And she told Amy that woman got a new boyfriend up in Greenville, and she got a pit bull with him. You fucking left this dog to rot in hell. You left Charlie to rot in hell, and he's an angel. I mean, for the most part.
Well, okay. My two dogs are both rescues.
Yeah, he is. Well, he kind of is too now.
Yeah. So like Ruby, she was born in the Humane Society pound. Like Ruby's mother was pregnant when she was dropped
Captured.
off or whatever
Yeah.
at the pound, gave birth at the pound, and they adopted out all the puppies. Well, Ruby was 5 months old when I got her. She had been adopted and then returned. Someone got a puppy and then returned it.
One, it's a puppy. Two, that breed of dog we found out is inherently wild as shit.
No,
I
Ruby.
got good aim.
Ruby.
Word. Huh?
Ruby.
Yeah, both of them.
Oh. But
Both of them are pretty wild, dude.
I
Your
got
dogs are
her
fast as
at a
shit.
young age, so at least she didn't have too much memory of before, which is good. And I got her trained up. She wasn't housebroken or anything. So I had to go through all that. And then I got this bright idea to get a second dog so Ruby would have a friend. That was a fucking mistake. But I'm not going to take him back. I made that decision. It's
That
just-
dog's got nobody else is going to take care of that dog as well as you have, whether you're home or not.
that
You're
dog,
really not home enough, but
that I feel bad about that too.
yeah, you should.
But you know what I've been doing lately is I get home, let him out, set my shit down, and give him a chance to go pee, and then I'll go outside and I'll throw the tennis ball until he's done. But when I went to rescue him, he was a year old, and he was under a rescue sponsor because he had bit a small child. But he was a year old. So I don't think he did it out of aggression. The way he is, I couldn't see him doing it out of aggression. I feel like he just nipped a child, which dogs nip. We all know that. You got to teach them not to.
Wilder ones.
You got to teach them not to, but I feel like he probably nipped somebody's kid, and they panicked and got rid of him.
I can see that.
Or the mom was looking for a reason to get rid of the dog anyways, and used the nip as an excuse. Probably. Either way, yeah, he's a handful and he's a fucking dick. But when you get him to settle down a little bit, he will cuddle up to you and it's just the biggest love bug. Like, I'll be sitting there playing video games. He'll walk up and rest his chin on my thigh, just staring up at me, looking for attention.
Yeah, I wish our kids and our significant others would come greet me at the door as well as the dogs do. Hey, I'm glad you're home. Glad to see you. Yeah. Nothing is gonna. Not like the dogs do. Whether it's, I gotta piss, get out of my way, or, oh man, I'm so happy.
Well, what was the one? It was, if you want to know which one a woman or a dog, which one you should spend the rest of your life with.
The dog.
Lock both of them in a trunk and see which one's happy to see you after half an hour.
A couple days later.
I have a feeling with Ty, it could be either or, because it's not like he's going to drive like an asshole and bounce him all over the trunk, because, 20 mile an hour ain't going to do that.
So Duffy used to take his dog everywhere in the trunk of his car. Dog would just jump right in, shut the trunk, he'd get to my house or whatever, pop the trunk, dog get out. I'm like, holy shit, did you just really do that?
No, and earlier this week I was looking at a retired Michigan State Police Explorer that they want like 14, 15 grand for.
Holy hell.
Yeah. And, well, like I told the guy who's not the owner, I was like, I wouldn't mind having an Explorer. It'd be a lot better for traveling with the dogs.
More comfortable.
A lot better fuel efficiency than driving my truck. But usually the people that buy and resell former cop cars are very proud of what they have. And I know better. Yeah, the clock may say 40,000 miles. That engine's got 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
For beat the piss.
Because they don't let them warm up. They put them up as soon as the fucking...
It's worse than that. If that car was that good, it would still be in service.
Do you think they have the dollar per mile, money per mile rules that
it's the
his
state?
company has?
It's probably not as strict, but yeah.
I was wondering that myself. We should go out and see if we can't find some used cop cars. They'll have the Interceptor packages on them, big alternators, big whatever, and just do a Freedom Factory kind of thing.
Guy was telling me that.
Like McFarland?
Mm-hmm.
Guy was telling me that generally they're not that much different than the production model. There's a couple things different because you have to make it for a cop car.
I think to make it,
and actually, with modern LED light bars, I don't think you even need a bigger alternator. It's LEDs.
They all do because of all the radios and the...
But either way, it would be fun. However, you know as well as I do, those engines are beat to shit. And all the idle time that they've had on them, those things are not doing good.
You say that, and all I can see is the Super Troopers guy sitting behind the billboard for...
using the radar gun.
That idle.
There's a New York cab company. He goes out of state and buys all old former Crown Vic freaking cop cars.
Okay.
Repaints them.
Because the Crown Vics ride like a caddy. Nice,
and they all got
smooth
freaking 4.6 freaking modular V8 in them. Which, if he's had good luck with them, I know a lot of people that haven't.
Well, the Crown Vics, part of why the cops liked them is because you could jump a curb and still ride in comfort. No wonder cabbies like them.
I got a
I
buddy
guess
of mine
if I was
that-
looking for one, though, I might lean towards the Charger.
Well, that's most of what you can find nowadays.
State Police Charger.
No. You're going to have to get it across the country. Pasadena, we talked about this last week, just converted all over to electric.
Yep.
Teslas.
Yep.
Go over there, buy their old Chargers, bring it here, cut the fucking emission stuff off, and be like, we're going to de-California this car.
Yeah. But I read the same article, and they only had like 26 of them. So
But then
I'm
there's
sure those
another
are gone.
freaking police department out there or whatever that bought like 600 Crown Vics 15 years ago and still have like 480 some of them left
yeah.
on standby.
that was smart.
Brand new, yeah. They have them in a freaking warehouse somewhere just waiting because they don't want to be without.
Cavalier.
Hey, that car's just like mine. Same
Cavalier.
color, everything. That's the second one I've ever seen. First one being mine.
Speaking of, I did see a Cavalier for sale on M43 the other day. I thought about you.
Yeah?
Gray Cavalier, 2-door. Perfect
By gray,
for
do you mean primer?
Hell, that could have been a freaking stick car, too. A lot of the two-cylinders are
shit.
stick cars.
I wasn't going to stop. I don't want to be seen anywhere close to a Cavalier.
I don't blame you.
That's why I'm on this side of the table.
That's why I don't own them anymore, and I own a Buick.
Buick Cavalier, yeah.
The next episode, we got to talk about Tim Walls. I got a couple screenshots I'll read.
But, yeah, I've thought about old cop cars, but I also know that if they were still good cars, they wouldn't be selling them.
I want to know where these people are buying them, because they're not. You can buy them from Joe's.
Government auctions.
I was going to say,
Okay.
state auction.
Because they go by here all
They
the
have,
time.
like,
I mean,
they have like 2 or 3 state auctions a year over at Lansing.
yeah, they go by here all the time. You know, out of service, retired, whatever you want to call it.
But, yeah,
That'd be
they auction them off online.
What kind of Interceptor? What is an Interceptor package? They still have those.
It's just...
It's got to be just timing. They got more timing in them or something?
5.9 Hemi?
They're tuned. They are tuned better. They have more than a I don't know, freaking homeowner tune.
So a lot of cop chargers also have calibrated speedometers. So whereas the one in your car is a little bit low for what
Plus or
you're actually
minus
doing,
10% or something.
no, usually minus for liability safety.
Okay.
That way they can say, no, I wasn't speeding. The speedometer said this. They can say, well, we set the speedometer intentionally low. And
I've never heard that argument, though. Never heard that argument used.
Well, usually everyone knows, so they can't go against the manufacturer anyways.
Right.
Have
Plenty
you
of
ever
these-
GPS confirmed yours?
Shit. No.
Indicated 80. My car, basically the same as yours, 77.
I got bigger tires on my car right now, so it'd probably be closer to
Closer to
correct.
accurate.
Yeah.
But the
But the
cop,
lack of tread makes them smaller.
On the front for sure.
although at 25 miles an hour, I'm sure it's not that different anyways.
That's Mach 1 there.
But the cop cars have calibrated speedometers. So when they're pacing you, that's how fast you're going.
Right.
And they usually send them in at like once a year to get them calibrated. Obviously, you're not going to do that if you own one.
Right.
But for them, then they can pace you and they have an accurate speed calibrated for how fast you're going. Just we're probably over an hour.
Okay. We take a break or?
Hour and 4, yeah.
All right, send it, and we'll come back with some more fun stuff. I want to talk about Harbor Freight.
And
big list,
your
and-
favorite VP.
Yep.
Here's to those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell. See ya.